All right, we're live. So I figured I'd, do another stream. Stay consistent. So welcome everybody. I'm just gonna run through Prelude 999, and then I'm gonna do the Gigue, which I did last night. And just go from there. Strings are still getting out of tune, but they're stabilizing, bit by bit. Let's see. Oh, no, I can't do that. Oh, okay, I guess we're doing that. All right, here we go. So I think in this session, I'm going to pick it up pretty quickly. The chords, I'll be able to remember the chords. So I'm going to focus a little bit more on the res, nice clear bass. You want to be careful there, match the tone with this chord. Try to blend it in. Be careful that this note isn't too loud. It's an open string, and you've been playing a bunch of bass notes that aren't open, so that can kind of stick out if you're not careful. So I'm going to start at measure 7. Measure 12. I remember working on this one a lot, and this is why, because I still can't recall this one yet. So we want to make sure that D and B on the same string, very legato. You don't want to do this. Do this. So it's getting easier. I haven't touched this since the last time I worked on it on stream. Oops. The purple, measure 15. Okay. So I got to remember to remove the A when I play the F here. I'm not remembering because this is difficult, so I'm focusing on just making sure everything's clean. and I'm forgetting to do that. So once it becomes easier, then that becomes more. Once the measure itself, playing it, becomes easier, then doing that becomes easy as well. Remembering doesn't become an issue. Basically that huge, not huge, but that really beautiful harmonic section comes up next. '90 and Lord Squid 69. Sounds amazing, but looks difficult to play. With a little bit of practice, it's manageable. But yeah, it's not something you want to learn if you're just learning how to play the guitar. You have to have studied some classical. You have to be able to play with the proper technique, because some of these chords are they're demanding for the left hand, and you'll see them soon. Like the one I don't know when you started to watch, but in measure 15, the circle that's purple, you're doing this. So you're playing F on the 6th string, and then you're barring 3 strings with your pinky on the 5th fret. So 1st fret, bar on the 5th fret with your pinky. I would actually, on between 18 and 19, I would pull back on the reins a little bit of rubato, slow down, and then when you start 19, you're actually playing a little bit at a slower tempo. You're not changing tempos, you're just sort of slowing down. Well, technically you are changing tempos, but what I mean to say is you're not playing in one tempo and immediately changing into another tempo. Rubato means it's starting to slow down, or it's starting to speed up. You're giving it a little nudge, or you're pulling on the reins a little bit. It's not just automatic. You're switching from one tempo to another. That's what I meant to say. It is a big stretch. I've always wanted to try and learn classical music, but man, it's hard. It is difficult, and that's why. You know what? I might go on a little soapbox here, but yeah, classical guitar is difficult. But what I've found is when people are playing electric guitar, a lot of times they feel stuck because they're learning all these songs and then they don't know what to do to improve. So they're like, where do I go next? And classical provides that for everybody. So you're constantly seeing yourself improve by playing more difficult pieces, and you're learning bits and pieces about the classical guitar, specifically the skills within each of the pieces you play. So you're constantly improving, and there's really no question that you never feel stuck. You just you keep going. But if it's just electric guitar, I find that there isn't the type of repertoire that's available, or just I don't know exactly how to say it, but it's easy to feel like you're stuck. Like, what do I learn now? I know my bar chords. I can play these songs. I can sort of mess around with some solos. What's next? So, and that's kind of what I feel is disadvantageous with electric. Now, I'm not, no shots on electric guitar. I love electric guitar. I've played electric guitar. I started on acoustic and electric guitar. But I do notice that for electric guitar, that people start to feel like stuck. Where do I go? What's next? And they don't know where to go. So anyways, that's my little soapbox. Measure 15. What kind of guitar? This is a Jose Romero. This was built in Spain in 2001. in classical guitar, once you get to a certain level, you start to purchase guitars built by individual luthiers, and the guitar is just the person's name. But when you're starting out, you're just buying a company guitar, right? Cordoba or what have you. Cordoba's, I think, the big one. You could buy Yamaha guitars. But once you begin to study, and let's say you go to university and you start studying, then you're looking at, it becomes, how would you say, the community that you become a part of becomes a lot more niche, I guess. So like I said, you're buying guitars from specific builders, and you're getting to know all these other guitarists, classical guitarists that nobody's ever heard of, unless you're in that community, unless you're into it. So anyways, Jose Romero, 2001, built in Madrid, Spain. Let me double check. Yeah, 2001, Madrid, Spain. I bought it in 2000. I didn't buy it. My dad bought it when I was in school. I was a sophomore, junior in my bachelor's program. So that's yeah, that was around 02. I was around 2. Oh, the one the one in the background. I gave my whole spiel before I finished reading. I don't know. Looks like some kind of Samick. My dad bought that one too. I don't know, actually. It's just a Samick. And the reason I like it, or the reason it's out here, is because my first guitar I know was a Samick. It was a brown acoustic Samick. Very difficult to play. It wasn't the best quality, but that's a Samick. And then the brown one is the bass. Sorry about that. Okay, all right. I still got to work this out. Go ahead and go to the next page here. Let me see if I could. I'm going to change this to this one. There it is. So now I'm here. Thank you. Thank you, Lord Squid. What am I on? Okay, so this is descending. It keeps going down. I'm just trying to remember back what I was pointing, what I had started to notice the last time I was playing this. That's also a very difficult chord. The one right in the middle in that red box. That takes a bit of practice, a little bit of getting used to. So I'm actually going to start on the first page, which you can no longer see, and then go all the way to 30 something, middle of the page that you can see. A minor. The reason I stopped is because I'm noticing my fingers are touching the other strings, and so the arpeggio is not clean. I'm not being precise with this hand. You switch chords so effortlessly. Any advice on how to do that? Time. Honestly, the more you do it, the easier it becomes, and that's obviously with anything. But if you want to speed it up, if you want to focus specifically on that, what you could do is figure out what chords you're going to, memorize that, and then just practice. So let's say, for example, it's this A minor to this. Literally just do that. Going back and forth. You're literally just practicing your fingers. Your fingers are practicing getting to the exact spot. That's all you have to do. And then what I tell my students all the time is when you're getting to a specific chord, you don't have to have the whole chord down. You don't have to go to the entire chord and place it. If you look very closely under a microscope, if you look closely, not technically under a microscope, but you'll notice that I'm not putting the whole chord down the moment I start playing with my right hand. I'm putting down the fingers one at a time so that it becomes easier to manage. So, for example, I'll do these same two chords. Oops. I actually put the bar down before I put my ring finger, because I don't have to put my ring finger down when I play this finger, when I play this string, or when I play the next note. It's only when I play the third note that I have to have my finger down. So if I do it in slow motion, it looks like this. Oops. It comes down as I play the string. Same thing, if you notice, I did this bum, bum, bum as I'm, playing my right hand. You don't have to put it all down and then play. So that actually makes it easier too. So just roll the chord. But that's a very common problem for anyone. And I get that a lot. I'm having a hard time switching chords. Well, that's because you haven't played it enough. That's really it. Okay. That's where I'll stop, because we've arrived at, a semblance of a home. I'll get to that later. Okay, back to this. So I'm not focusing on anything musical right now. I'm just learning the basics. Just get the chord down. So I'm literally practicing what you're asking. How do you switch? I don't feel like I'm switching there as good as I could, so I'm just doing it over and over again. So I'm sort of memorizing it. Yeah, so in classical, like learning what you're playing and being able to play it, that doesn't mean you know the piece. In classical, that's level one. Like just know what you're playing and be able to play it smoothly with very few mistakes. That's ground level, that's foundation. And then it's all a matter of building up to a performance ready piece. So then you start to work on all of the things that make it sound like music. Where do I add the rubato? Where do I speed up? Where do I slow down? Where do I play louder? Where do I play softer? Where do I add crescendos? Where do I add any sort of articulation markings? Where do I play staccato? Where do I play legato? Which notes should I bring out? I need to match my tone when I'm shifting from one fret to another. That's the bulk of the work. But when you're first learning how to play classical, you don't think that way. You just want to make sure you can play the song or the piece. So in your mind, you're like, I got it, it's done, it's ready. But it's not. All you did is you put the concrete slab, but you still have to build the house, right? And the majority of people that are entering into classical, they think the concrete slab is the piece, and it's not. Is there a piece of classical music that you really struggled at learning playing? Yes, there's one I'm currently working on. It's called it's also a Bach piece, and I've been working on it. Prelude, but this one is BWV 997. This one is 999. That one, the Prelude, is very difficult. I'll eventually practice this on stream too. Whoops. So on and so forth. And then the double from the same lute suite. I got to work on that one. There's this tango by Albeniz, but the arrangement was by Roland Diaz, and so it's a lot more difficult than the normal arrangement that people play. It's just called Tango by Isaac Albeniz. The arrangement is by Roland Diaz. That one was very difficult. I would say almost not worth it. Just play because the key that it's written in makes it difficult. There's another one that you could play by another arrangement of the same piece by David Russell, and that one's in D major, and that's much easier to play. But yeah, that one was difficult. Cordoba, also by Albeniz. The arrangement, again, by David Russell. That one's difficult. I can't play that yet. It would just take a long time. It'd definitely be an uphill battle for sure. But it sounds very beautiful. Originally a piano piece. I could watch all day, but I'll catch you on the next live. Keep up the amazing. Thank you, Lord Squid. Thank you, Lord Squid. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for hitting me up in the chat, man. Makes it worth it. Okay. Let me slow that down. Stop that bass note on measure 30. The open A that I play at the end of measure 30 cannot ring when I go into measure 31. Just finished a nice practice. Great, Abe. This piece you're playing now popped up in my recommended videos, and boy, is it beautiful. Yes, I mean, most of what Bach wrote, all of what Bach wrote is, very, very beautiful. There's a piece in the Prelude that I was just mentioning to someone that was asking earlier. The best way, honestly, the best way I can describe it is heavenly. I mean, that word, for whatever reason, comes to mind. You've inspired to make it my next piece whenever my teacher decides we should add a new one. That's great, man. That's awesome. Yeah. Get those chords underneath your fingers, and you should be good to go. A couple of stretches. I think you've seen me work on this one before. Just those stretches that make it a bit of a challenge, but definitely doable. Okay, let's see. Where am I? By the way, when I play, it's at the top of the page, the large circle right here on measure 20, 21, 22. When I play these four notes, I take off my middle finger right here. I take this off. It'll become easier to reach that G sharp on the 5th string. So if you look closely, because by then, you can't hear that note. It kind of dies out. It's down. Makes it easier to reach that. You know what I could do? Play these as block chords. I do that not often anymore, but I could do that. If you're trying to memorize. Oops. Is that right? There it is. Oh. Actually sounds kind of cool. Sounds really nice. I think why Bach is so amazing is all the different voices within his pieces. When your brain tries to concentrate on the voices, it makes it transcendental. Yeah. And I think you're right. It's just everything is right where it needs to be, Amazing. quicker. Let's do that again. It doesn't need to be quicker, but you know, I was able to get to them, so it means it's sticking. Minor. The reason I roll this is to remind myself that I have to bar the 4th string there. Whoops. Is that right? I screwed it up this time. So that's 7th fret. Okay. This is actually good because you don't wear out your hand as much. I skipped 33, but it's the same thing. It's just this A in the bass, and then right there. I should probably go all the way to 35. Minor. The reason I keep saying minor here is because this is a minor chord. It's A minor, but it's in the D minor shape. So here's D minor. If you move it up here, if you move it up here, whoops, it's just A minor. Triads. I don't think a lot of classical guitarists know their triads, but I learned it when I was, wanting to improve my soloing. So I realized that's useful in your guitar solos. So forth, because your triads are movable. All the chords are movable on the guitar. Okay, let's add the arpeggio now. To move. I'm hearing a lot of nail noise. I don't know if you hear that, but there's a lot of clickiness I have to figure out. I have to get rid of that. That's why. 4 to 1. Yes, that's how my teacher has taught me for scales and chords. Patterns moving up and down the fingerboard. Yeah, once you know E major and minor chords, you can just move up and down. Yeah, I was actually mentioning this to one of my students a week or two ago. Yeah. Looked like he was a little blown away. Oh, I could play D over here. Or I could play, there's D. Oh, here. There's D right there. Once you start to parse out the chord, the bar chords, right? A major. Oh, this is A major. Oh, so I don't have to play all of this? No. Just play that. Or just play this. Right? Or just play this. Or you could play this. Right? And all of a sudden, when you really know how to apply that, your guitar playing just sounds so much different. Right? Because if you're playing a song or you're whatever, you're making up a song or you're doing a guitar solo and you end up on an A major, oh, all of a sudden, you get to stuff like that. Whatever, really, really useful for sure. Okay, let's continue. I got to work on my right hand precision. I'm not being accurate. So that's where the clickiness is coming from, but I'm also missing strings on the arpeggios. Almost missed that one. Hear that? Every time I use my index finger, I'm getting this scratch. So I was taught to avoid that. So that's what I tell my students. So I got to kind of twist my hand a little bit so that it goes away. So I'm not just the note. It's good to know the whys and not just to play the notes. Yes, like driving car, if you know where you're going, you'll be a good driver. If you don't know where you're going, yeah, you'll be a bad driver. Yeah, you're just gonna get lost. I get the scratching if my nails are too long. Yep, you definitely want to avoid that. So a little twist of the wrist usually does the trick for me. Yeah, mileage may vary. Oops. I don't have to shift. I'm thinking I have to shift. Yeah. Definitely a weaker spot for sure. Apart from the slight scratching, everything is a lot clearer today. Thank you. I mean, the last time I worked on it was the last time you saw me work on it. Actually, I take that back. I did work on it with my student on our last lesson, but I was showing him. So that is going to clearly help. It'll help, it'll help me internalize the chord changes for sure. But yeah, so it's just that last stream I did this, the lesson, and now here we are. Oh, sorry, it's been 40 minutes. Dude, these live streams, practicing with live streaming while live streaming really makes the time fly. I think I kind of like that. I think I really like that, actually. Because sometimes it's like the hour just kind of drags on, you know. I gotta work on that. I did, you know, square it off. Scratch is gone. I just had to figure out how I was going to do that. Mostly. It's mostly gone. I think those measures, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, may be the most difficult for me out of the piece. So I'm starting now. I'm just going to start on 30. Plus, you're explaining out loud while you're... Yes, I sometimes imagine I'm explaining what I'm doing, and that reinforces it for me too. A scratching sound might be because it is... Yes, it's mostly the ring. It's mostly the index finger. Although it does happen with my middle finger too. But again, that's just hand position. See that? The tone changes. But it's just a matter of fine-tuning, finding that sweet spot. That's pretty good. But yeah, I find explaining things to yourself really help retain information. Really helps to retain information. So I guess I'm advocating that you should talk to yourself. This is what I'm really trying to say, right? Oops. I think on these measures, I should memorize them so I don't have to look at the music. This is a situation where I need to memorize it in order to practice it more efficiently, so I can just look at my hand. See, that becomes much easier. So it's... And then it's just E. So... What is it? E, A in the bass. For a bass string, not usual, and may need a different angle. Yeah, the scratching sound might be because of the I finger for a bass string. Yeah. Turn the bar into a warm-up exercise. Yeah, you could do that. Definitely do that when memorized. So even when not practicing this piece, that difficult bar gets practiced every day. Yeah. I tell my students, create exercises off of the pieces you're working on. Turn them into an exercise. Practice the exercise, play the exercise, and then move it to different frets, right? That's what I do. That's a very good piece of advice, Abe. That's a very good approach. welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, you definitely just, because I remember there was a piece where I had to use my ring finger, my pinky, like this, something or other, and I kept missing it, and I was like, dude, this is frustrating. So I just decided to practice those two fingers, and I just did this. I would just do, okay, I'm just gonna do this. I move it up, and then it just became like a technical exercise. And then you would change, you could swap it. So instead of playing pinky first, then it's ring. Whoops. You know, and I just kind of went up the fretboard. And then I was able to play what I was struggling with. All right. Okay, Abe, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for stopping by. Happy practicing. See you next time. On that. That's another measure I need to work on. 39, 38. That's why there's a red circle there. I'm going to go back to 30. Move that out of the way so you can see all the notes. Get to that in a second. Back to 30. I keep forgetting to switch bass notes. Getting there. Oh. So there it is. Obviously still needs a lot of work, but better than the last time. Okay. And let's go back. Let's try the whole second page, starting with the two measures before. A bit heavy-handed, like I was just kind of plowing through the chords, so everything sounded a bit too, it sat too heavy, wasn't light, but I got through it. Diana, do you have a favorite interpretation of this piece? I don't think so. I would, you know who has, I think it's David Russell. David Russell on YouTube. He has all of the lute suites recorded, and he plays them in cathedrals, and like there's like a little 10-15 minute intro where he talks about the pieces. He gives a little history lesson. It's really cool. And you can watch all of the lute suites online. And David Russell, he's probably the cleanest of all of them. So yeah. Okay. Shoot. I'm losing focus, guys. Losing focus. Let's try that again. Wait. A. Diana, is that you? Do I know you? I think I do. Let's continue. Back to measure 19. Okay, all right. I guess that smiley face answers that question. I was playing, that's why I was losing focus. I was like, wait, do I know this person? A different last name. And I was like, oh, the name looks familiar for some reason. I think I've seen that last name before. So, thanks for stopping in. Wow, talk about a blast from the past. Hope things are well with you. So yeah, I'm doing this. Measure 19. I think I gotta work on this. I keep forgetting to lift this finger off. Have I been playing this wrong? I have been. Oh my goodness. I was playing the right notes, but I was playing them in the wrong spot, so I was making it more difficult. Oh, yeah, okay. That makes it much easier. And now I'm forgetting about this. So there's actually a lot I got to think about here. I was a bit loud. Dumpster fire. What's going on, man? So I take it I know you from somewhere too, considering you're calling me Mr. Estrada. I don't know who that is, but whoever you are, hello. It's good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. You should identify yourself. It'll make the stream much more enjoyable. Okay, let's see. Cody from Eastside and also my Sunburst mentor. Cody, oh my goodness, it's been so long. Shoot. I'm so sorry, man. Cody. Well, regardless, thank you, Cody, for stopping in. 07. Well, I was immediately thinking. You know, my first couple years for some reason. But you're not. I remember Taylor, a little guy. I remember. I'm thinking Sean, but that was after. Yeah, 07 is a long time ago for sure. Yeah. Hopefully you're still playing guitar, man. Hopefully you're still playing. You know. So I'm still playing this sort of heavy-handed because I'm still kind of learning everything. I really got to start to lighten my touch a little bit. Yeah, so that I keep screwing that up. Oh, I see. Something like that. I think I'm going to leave this one alone for now. I think I'm going to get to the Gigue now. So let me open those up. Close that. Close that. And the Gigue is... This is the one I was working on last night. Let's open that one up. And this one. And then I just got to change the... give me a second, guys. Give me a second. All right, let's change this one to... 2415. There it is. I think I was your first class. I strum here and there, but my hand... Oh my goodness. I remember. Oh shoot. Cody Kissel. Is that right? Or am I totally off there? Oh my goodness, dude! I owe you a big apology. I have to stop playing guitar. I owe you a big apology, dude. Yeah. I'm sure you know what it's about. So, I'm completely sorry about your whatever program that was that you had asked me to be a part of that program, and it didn't sort of pan out. So, I'm sorry. Dude, that was a long time ago. I hope everything's well with you. I certainly hope everything's well with you. Dude, yeah. Are you still playing? Oh, you just said I strum here and there. Hands aren't as nimble anymore. Why wouldn't your hands be nimble anymore? You don't owe me an apology. Life was all over back then. I made it through the program. Good. Good. Very good. Went military and life was definitely interesting. All right. All right. Very cool, man. Very cool. Very cool. So why would your hands be not nimble anymore? I mean, you're still young, you know, and unless you're doing a lot of, unless you're doing a lot of work with your hands, which is probably what's going on. That one needs some work. Oh. I think that was some electric guitar technique right there. I'm just commenting on how my left hand started to get lazy. 35? No, 35 is young, man. 35 is, I mean, yeah, plenty of life. I did a ton of factory work. Yep. Ooh, yeah, constant repetitive motion, I'm assuming. Yeah, that'll do it. Because I did some work out in the backyard, obviously not factory work. But I built like a pretty large shed. It's like a 14 by 14, very tall, must be like 12 feet high. I built the whole thing, and yeah, my hands took a beating there. Just the constant drilling, moving the wood, and you don't think about it. Like, you don't think about it at all, that would happen. But then by the end of the day, like, it's hard to hold on to the drill because you just, I don't know. It's probably nothing like what you've been doing, but I think I understand. And I built a fence, same thing. I built a wooden fence, which was not the smartest idea, by the way. It broke. It fell apart. But yeah, that can definitely be. Dude, I'm sorry to hear that. Definitely sorry to hear that. Tried getting back into it and got basic chords down. All right, I just cannot get past anything bar chord related. Fingers just won't do it. That's a shame. Well, there's a way around it because you don't necessarily have to play bar chords like this, right? And I was mentioning this to someone earlier. You could just you could parse it out like 3 strings at a time. So just do this. So instead of this, you just do this, or these 3 strings, or these 3 strings, and you're not you're still barring here. But you're not doing this. And even with these bar chords, okay, so just do the top 3. All of a sudden, it's not a bar anymore. Not a bar anymore. This becomes, maybe this might be difficult. That one. But you can parse it out. Just do 3 strings at a time. That might help. That might help motivate you. I would definitely give it a try, for sure. All right, here we go. Got to work on that for sure. last session, was that last night? Yeah, it was last night. That's when I first got back into it, and already, even, you know, less than 24 hours later, I sort of got it. I'm still kind of ignoring my right hand fingering that I wrote down, but it's all coming back. Might have to dust off the acoustic, give it a try again. Yeah, dude, I definitely, just like I said, just parse it out. You don't have to play the whole bar chord. Just do 3 strings at a time. Figure out what fingers you need to put down. Because the bar chord is just the same chord layered on top of each other, layered on top of itself, right? A, oops, A. None of these are bar chords, but they're all a part of this. And same thing with a minor. So give it a shot. If you could play open chords, then you should be all right. Then I think it's manageable for sure. Okay, I guess I should do it again. How much? We're already an hour 14 into the stream. Let's see. I got to get out of here. Oh, we got time. I have a lesson I got to go to a little bit later. 2 lessons actually. So yeah, put them at the end of the day so that I can work on the things I need to do during the day. All right, here we go. Let's do it again. Actually, I don't know how fast. I'll worry about it later. It's getting there. All right, let's try the second half. Measure 17 and on. I always want to make sure I check on my wrist, make sure I'm not overworking it. I think I'm all right. This is going to be a little slower. Keep it down. Shoot. let's just, you know what, I'll stop there. Let's just stay to this page. When I move over to the second page, I'll make sure I switch it so you can all see. Oh, my dog's, he's crying. He wants to go outside and play. That's hard. Oh yeah, Bea. Believe it or not, I put her down recently, within the last year and a half maybe. Yeah, she had a long life. I would take her on hikes and things like that, you know. But she just got too old. Her eye was basically disintegrating. It was bad. And I realized I was keeping her alive for me. And I was like, no, that's not right. So she had to go. Oh my goodness. That's probably not the best way to say it, but I had to put her down. She needed some rest. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. But yeah, I'm doing just fine. You know, just obviously still playing the guitar. Still teaching. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Yeah, I just moved some things around in the house. So this is this is my bedroom. I sleep in one of the other bedrooms, and yeah, I just moved some things around. No, it's fine. It's just a part of life. It's just part of life. But my brother was breeding Dobermans, and he asked if I wanted one, and I was like, yeah, I'll take one. And so I had both of them. I have some photos of them. Maybe next stream or at some stream I'll share some of those photos. And they were together, you know. And Rip, the Doberman, his name is Rip. He's named after Rip from Yellowstone. I don't know if you've seen that show. I have a lot of good pictures with them together. When Doberman was a puppy, they were, you know, the same size, but obviously he got a lot bigger. But yeah. So now it's Rip, you know, and I spend a lot of time with him. He's probably a little bit spoiled, to be honest. Let's see. Shoot. What? Yeah, that measure, oh shoot, my fingers are doing all kinds of crazy stuff, and so my brain moves the wrong finger. It lifts it lifts the wrong finger. It's like, no, keep that one down, move this one instead. A lot of independent movement for my fingers, and it's throwing me off. was already into the next page. It's just two measures. It's just two measures. Oh my goodness. Sitting still makes me stiff. Let's see. Page. That's difficult. All right, I'm going to start there. I'm going to open up this other page, and then after this, I think I'm going to call it. It's 4 o'clock. I got a little bit of time, but all right. What am I doing? That's right. I got to go here. Turn this off so I can change it to this one. Okay. There it is. Okay. Rip's your favorite, huh? How is Rip your favorite? You've never even met him yet. Oh, I'm assuming the character in the character in the show, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I've obviously bought some furniture and trying to make it look nice. But it's just a room. I mean, the house is actually pretty messy. So, but I've been working on trying to make sure that everything looks where it's supposed to be, But I wanted to start with this one since I was going to be doing this. It needs to look nice. So, lots of books back there, make it look a little bit more studious, academic, I guess you could say. And then I got the display case with some cool stuff in there. Some music stuff. Oh, here, let me turn this up so you can see it. Yeah, just some music stuff in the background. Happy to come across your stream. Have a good night. Okay, you take it easy. Good to hear from you. Hope you're doing well. Okay, we are into the next page. I got to work on this. It's actually squared off. You can see it, bracketed off. That I need to play over and over again. That doesn't sound right. This is not going to sound very good right now because it's slow, so you can't hear it kind of flowing, and so it just sounds like, what is he playing? And then it starts over. Let's tune up. Actually, it's remained pretty in tune for the most part. A little flat, but overall, it's, not bad at all. It's a 3. Okay. Oh no, that's okay. That I play an octave lower, so it's going to be. All right. 2. I gotta change some fingers around to make that work. Oh, I'll get to it in a second. Okay, I'll do another 10 minutes. Make it an hour 40. And then we'll stop right there. Okay. Let me just work on that section. Should be good. Okay. I said I was gonna work on just the top half of the page, but I just I just plowed through the whole thing, man. Don't listen to what I say. Watch what I do. All right, let's just do it again. But this time I'm gonna try and stick to the top part. Yeah, so again, I'm not, just like in the Prelude, I'm not really worrying about music right now, making it sound nice. Just trying to make it clean. I gotta know what I'm playing first. That's the best one yet. gotta stop. All right. Just a few more minutes, guys. Gotta stop there, because that's where I do, like I said, that's where I changed the octave, and I don't want to keep playing it the way it's written, because that's not the way I'm going to be playing it in the end. So I shouldn't be doing that. I shouldn't be practicing it that way. I should honestly probably just do this. That's it. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to call it here. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. I'll be doing this on the regular. If this is your first stream, I'll be doing not just practicing streams, but other streams as well, like composing, writing my own transcriptions, things like that. Any other ideas I'll come up with, because it's not just going to be practicing, because then that can get a little, a little boring. There needs to be some variety. So anyways, look forward to that. Thank you very much for stopping by, everybody. And I will see you all, in the next stream. All right? All right.